Hello everyone. Today I'll share my research on construction project cost management. This topic is very particular because it relates to budget control in every project. My name is An Junchen. I'm responsible for the introduction section. Let me start with a key figure. Construction projects exceed budget by 33% on average. This number is actually quite high. In our industry, cost overruns are very common. So why does this happen? So literature review, I found two main reasons. First is procurement system selection, and the second is contractual arrangements. These two factors actually influence each other. Let me explain these two factors. The procurement system determines who does what work and when they join the project. Contract management's role is to locate risks and responsibilities. If a contract is well designed, it can prevent many disputes and financial problems. But if poorly designed, it leads to conflict and extra cost. Interestingly, research shows that contractual disputes are one of the most common issues in construction projects. So how do these two factors create impact? Mainly through three areas. First is stakeholder engagement, which determines the quality of the communication between project parties. Second is financial management, which controls project fund flow. Third is design economics, which influences how design choices affect cost. Importantly, all three areas heavily depend on our chosen procurement system and the contract types. Now let me talk about our report structure. The entire report is divided into four parts. Part one is this introduction. Part two will analyze the theoretical framework, exploring in depth the three areas I just mentioned. Part three is the focus. I'll discuss particular issue in current construction practice and provide some actionable recommendations. Finally, we have the conclusion. So to summarize, the main objective of the research is to find a way to improve project cost management. Through this study, I hope to connect academic theory with real industry challenges and provide useful insights for figure project teams. All right, that's my introduction. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Today, I want to discuss why some infrastructure projects collapse while others succeed. The answer often lies in how we collaborate. In traditional construction, we work in silos. The design-build model creates a fatal fault line. Between design and construct, it turns the project into a zero-sum game. If you win, I lose. To succeed, we must tear down these walls. Let's look at the failure of Caribbean. Despite its size, it collapsed because of a toxic, fragmented culture. Caribbean bullied its supply chain with predatory 120-day payment cycles. This starves supplies and creates a culture of silence. People were too afraid to report problems. Instead of fixing issue, then hide debates to keep stock price high, then prioritize short-term gains over the project's life, which eventually destroyed them. Now the positive example, Lima 2019, facing a tight 18-mile state line, then didn't go it alone, then used a government-to-government agreement to bring in the UK delivery team as an expert partner, adopting best practice immediately. Their secret weapon was a single source of truth using a unified digital dashboard. Everyone saw the same real-time data. This transparency killed the silos and ensured discussion were based on facts, not secret. Compare the two models on the screen. Korean focus on liability avoidance and slow payments. Lima focus on joint proven, slow and guarantee 13-day payments. This kept the supply chain healthy. The backbone of this success was the NEC3 contract, which legally mandates mutual trust. Crucially, it uses an early warning mechanism. If you see a risk, you must report it within 24 hours. If you hide it, you lose the right to claim cost. Transparency is mandatory. Trust isn't just a feeling, it's a process. Lima had regular risk meetings to turn disputes into solutions by connecting site data to management, then eliminated the delays that usually kill large projects. In conclusion, Korean failed because they chose individual gain over system health. Lima succeeded because they treated partners as allies. To build the future, we must ensure money flow fast and information remains transparent. Let's move from confirmation to value creation. Thank you.
Hello，大家可以看到我的屏幕吗？
可以看到，你
可以可以
翻页看看。
能看到我那个打开的那个摄像头吗？
可以，可以。
好的，谢谢。那我开始了啊，谢谢大家。Hello everyone, I'm Chen Ling. Today's topic financing management, procurement, contracts, and cost turning. Let's move to current questions. The two key questions, part 1, how do procurement affect project financing? Part 2, how to enhance cost certainty collaboration? Let's clarify the key logic first. Key logic. Finance, procurement, and contracts are deeply coupled. Procurement sets logic, and contracts sets owners. EVM fits DB models, and lacks the clarifier case. About Clarifier 2, Harry bid procurement budget 4.1 billion. Actual 7 billion. There is some issue. unbalanced risk, and weak financial control. Cash flow course. Let's check data comprehension. About data, DB is optimal at 18% cost certainty and 11% claims. Then traditional weakest is 16.5% and 13.2%. Finally, management contracting media. Based on this, here are some practical suggestions. There is 3 suggestions, only 5 dB for complex project, and contract clarify risks, embed EVM runners, and 3 dynamic is budget plus some contract and payment runners. Solve the class 2's issue, next lesson and practice. About lessons, cost control, equal collaboration of the 3 ambulations. Ambulations is contract cost overrun. Breacher, precise matching cost and about cost 14%. And lessons cost control of the 3. Science classes with 60% claims, fan learning summaries. This is 3 summaries. Part 1. Procurement definition financial logic, contract in force runners. About the unified model. Detailed and classes matrix addition. Poor collaboration equal cost overrun. And finished. Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chen Pengyu. Today, I will discuss how design decisions influence project cost outcomes under different procurement systems. Although most costs occur during construction, many key cost decisions are actually made at the design stage. This presentation focuses on how procurement arrangements shape design decision-making and cost performances. From a decision economics perspective, the design stage largely determines future project costs. Once key procurement parameters such as skill, standards, materials, and methods are set, the cost structure is mostly fixed. Design decisions are shaped by procurement and contract arrangements, which define responsibilities, information flow, and incentives. Therefore, design economics is not only technical, but also institution in future. Under the design-bid-build system, design and construction are separated. Design is completed before contractor involvement, limiting early input on constructability and cost. As a result, design-related cost risks are often discovered during construction, leading to variations and claims. Cost control in this system is mainly reactive rather than proactive. In design and build, design and construction are integrated under one contract. This allows design decisions to consider construction methods, schedule, and cost at an early stage. Late design changes are reduced and most predictability improves. However, unclear performance requirements may push designs toward short-term cost savings at the expense of long-term value. Management contracting allows design and construction to overlap. Design can be adjusted continuously based on real-time cost information and changing conditions. This is suitable for complex and uncertain projects. However, it requires strong management and governance, as frequent changes may otherwise weaken budget control. Design changes are a major source of cost uncertainty. In fragmented systems, they often lead to variations and claims, increasing overall costs. Integrated systems help identify and manage design risks earlier, reducing their economic impact. In conclusion, design economics is strongly influenced by procurement and contract governance. Traditional systems limit early cost optimization. Integrated systems improve predictability, and flexible systems demand strong management. Understanding these differences is key to improving project and performances. That's all. Thank you.
能看到吗？
可以，可以，
好的，
你翻看看，
可以吗？
可以，
好的。
开始吧。
Hello everyone, I'm Meishan. In this part, we focused on design change management and its impact on construction costs. In modern construction projects are becoming larger and more complex, while schedules are getting tighter. Because of this, design and construction often happen at the same time, especially in delivery methods like design build and fast track procurement. As a result, design changes during constructions are becoming more common. Design changes are therefore no longer just technical issues, but management problems related to procurement, contracts, and cost control. Design changes are important because they are strongly linked to cost overruns. Many studies show that design changes are a major source of variation order and contractor claims, and the extra cost often exceed the original contingency set for the project. When design responsibilities are unclear and change approval of pricing procedures are weak, design changes can easily turn into ongoing cost risks and constructor disputes. These problems can be seen clearly in real projects, as shown in the table. Projects in Malaysia, the UK, and China all experienced higher costs due to design changes. That this cost increase were mainly caused by rework, changes in construction sequence, and chain reaction between different technical systems. These examples show that design changes are not rare but common problems in complex projects with multiple contracts. From a management point of view, design changes increase the construction's cost in three main ways. First, they affect stakeholder relationships by breaking existing responsibility boundaries, which reduce cooperation and increases conflicts and claims. Second, they disturb financial management by making cost planning and cash flow prediction less reliable, leading to a greater dependence on claims. Third, from a design economics perspective, design changes often delays important design decisions to the construction stage, which greatly increase their cost impact. This design change management is a systematic challenge in procurement and contract governance. Poorly management design changes directly undermine cost certainty by disrupting stakeholder coordination, financial control, and design economics. Effective cost management, therefore, depends on aligning procurement systems, contract mechanisms, and change control processes. That's all. Thank you.
会议
OK
只剩8分钟了，要不要再开一个？
对，现在第6部分先不说，然后我先结束会议，待会儿再重新开一个。
好的。
那行吧。Hello everyone, I'm number 6. Following the problem raised by my team, I will present the solutions. Our goal is simple. We want to stop fighting fire and start preventing them before they happen. So first, let's look at the rules. The main problem is the design and builders often don't talk to each other until it's too late. So we recommend early construct involvement. This means bringing the builder in earlier to check the design. We also suggest 24-hour rule. If anyone sees a risk, they must report it within 24 hours. This let us solve the problems immediately instead of hiding them and fighting later. Second is digital technology. Please look at the picture. This building information modeling, or BIM. See this red pipe hiding the blue beam. In the old days, we would only find this mistake on a construction site, which costs a lot of money to fix. But with the technology, the computer finds this yellow warning spot for us. We can fix the mistake on the computer today for free, before we start building tomorrow. Third is sustainability. We used the iceberg scenery. The type of iceberg is construction cost, the money you pay today. But the huge part underwater is operation cost, like electricity or maintenance for the next 30 years. We shouldn't just look at the cheapest price today. If the design change cost a bit more now, but saves energy for years, we should approve it. We call this is a green approve channel. Finally, to wrap up with the best practices, we suggest use design, build, construct, so everyone work as one team. We also need a no blame culture. When things go wrong. Focus on fix the problem, not pointing finger at people. Thank you, everyone.
OK，能看见吗？
可以，
就是我
你
翻页吗？
翻翻，
诶 OK，翻页能看见吗
看到。
可以
可以
可以。
？OK，good afternoon, everyone. After analyzing various procurement system contract challenges and their impact on construction costs, I will now provide a final summary and the recommendations for this report. Our core conclusion from this study is that the choice of procurement system and contract management model directly determines the cost performance of a project. Traditional fragmented procurement models such as DBB often lead to increased communication cost and blame shifting. Integrated models such as integrated delivery, IPD, and more collaborative contract arrangements can effectively reduce conflicts, align the interests of all parties, and thus better control construction costs. Based on these findings, we proposed the following targeted recommendations. Promote integrated collaboration. The industry should shift from traditional adversarial relationships to single-point responsibility or partnerships to reduce additional expenses caused by contract disputes. Strengthen contract governance. Risk allocation should be clearly defined during the contract drafting phase, reducing ambiguous clause and preventing cost overruns from the offset. In both digitalization and sustainability, utilize digital tools and sustainable procurement strategies to improve risk core utilization and achieve long-term cost optimization. Finally, the transformation of procurement in the construction industry cannot be achieved overnight, but through more scientific contracts, governance, and integrated collaboration, we can significantly improve the economic benefits of projects. Okay, that's all. Thank you for watching. OK，现在就基本上是录完了，然后我把两个视频合到一块儿去，然后再看时间超没超。
好的，好的。